Good morning and welcome to CX Coffs Harbour International Sports Stadium for the 2020 Inferno National Touch League. The first of our games here today, the Hunter Western Hornets taking on the Sydney Scorpions in the Men's Opens. Games will get underway in a couple of minutes' time. Conditions are wet and humid here in Coffs Harbour. The stadium looks a treat, but it will be slippery out there, so it'll be interesting to see what these boys bring us here early in the tournament. Plenty of rivalry between these two teams. The Sydney Scorpions, made up of a lot of the Parramatta players, and the Hunter Western Hornets, chock full of talent from the Dawson Dragons. Both teams look ready for the battle. .30 seconds to go here. The call has just been made. Scorpions will tap off an attack to the southern end of the stadium. Jordan Horrow just waiting to get us underway. Looks to be all smiles out there. Ready for the battle. Call to arms in the background. Wait for the hooter. Here it goes. Jordan will get us underway. Up to the 10-metre line. Just taking the ball forward. Nothing doing here at the moment. Just feeling out there. Split play. Cut out pass. Flick on to the winger. Goes astray. So the first attacking opportunity. A little bit rushed there for the Scorpions. Bit fancy in the conditions. We'll see what they can do in defence now as the Hunter Western Hornets drive off their line. Looking wide early. Again in the conditions. A risky play. We see there the ball goes to ground. A simple catch. Probably should have been taken there by Alex Langbridge. He won't be happy with that. So the Scorpions again with another opportunity on the line. Bit by play in the middle. Nothing doing here for the Scorpions, just moving the ball around, trying to get the... There's that long forward pass. Went for the long ball, threw it forward. And the penalty goes the way of the Hunter Western Hornets. So again, Scorpions not really using their opportunities there. So now the Hunter Western Hornets drive the ball forward. Better that time from Langbridge. Coming to the box. Wrap play. It's a good transition there from the subset. They go forward. Last was signalled by the referee. Thompson looks to go wide. Ball goes to ground. So now the Scorpions bring it off their line. Up over the halfway line now. Okay, into the attacking range here. Let's see what the Scorpions can do from half. I do apologise. The team list that I have here in front of me, the numbers are out of order. So it's hard to identify who those players are at the moment. I'll see if I can rectify that shortly. The Hunter Western Hornets lose possession there. The referee spotted an infringement. The touch and pass was the signal. So again, another opportunity here for the Sydney Scorpions in the attacking zone. Looking to shift the ball. Wide early in the count. Back to the middle. Again, the Scorpions attack, concentrate. There's a nice switch of play. Goes for the long ball out. The winger finds a mark on this occasion. And the Scorpions will open the scoring and take the lead 1-0. Little switch of play. And then the cutout pass finds a winger unmarked. He goes across in the corner. So a good try for the Sydney Scorpions. So now the Hunter Western Hornets will tap off from the halfway line, take the ball forward. There's Langbridge. Daniel, recently named in the Mixed Opens Australian Emus to take on New Zealand and the Trans-Tasman as they shift the ball wide again, but this one finds the ground and a loss of possession. So Scorpions take us forward now. Trying to get to their sub-box for their subset play. They do so now. So 3 touches used, getting there. See what they can do. Not a lot at the moment. A lot of inside passing, not really doing much to the defensive line. Nelly lost possession there, but regathers. I think that's Jacob Fong. So didn't really get into the Hunter Western Hornets zone there on that set. They won't be happy with that transition. But now the Hunter Western Hornets with their subset play. Much better field position here for the Hornets. Thompson taking the ball in. There's Lincoln Little with the ball now. Those two guys are dangerous when they're together. A lot of experience at club level. Thompson into half. That's where he's dangerous. Lincoln Little dives under. Referee right on the spot calls the touch. There's Thompson again from half. He's quick, but possession lost. Opportunity goes begging there for the Hunter Western Hornets. Thompson dangerous from half. One of the fastest players in the game over that short distance. So he'll be dangerous in these conditions. So we see now the Scorpions well onto the attack. And a penalty, a relieving penalty. So a full set just their own side of halfway. It'll give them time to reset here. So it'll be interesting to see what the Scorpions can bring us. Again, those switches of play around the middle. Shifting the ball out left. Just taking the space down the middle of the field, trying to set up here. Little the master in defence at the moment. Plenty of talk out there in the Hunter Western Hornets line. 3 touches down. Looks for the dive over. And gets it. Good try there for the Sydney Scorpions. Came from nothing, just a little show and go and the dive over the line. I wasn't sure if he got there in time, but the referee was right on the spot, calls the ball down, and that's another try for the Scorpions for a 2-0 lead. And an early loss of possession there for the Hunter Western Hornets. So, and then another penalty for a hard touch. Langbridge this time. Alex giving away the penalty. So not a happy game for Alex so far. A drop ball and then a penalty and a forced substitution early in the match. So he'll need to regroup in the sub box, given the opportunity to have a breather. So here's the Scorpions again with this slow play in the middle. Just moving the defensive line around. Turns Daniel Langbridge around there, but he was quick enough to get back into position and force the error. A loose pass, a touch and pass that time. So Daniel Langbridge recovered enough to make the touch before the pass was made. They'll lose possession. And now Thompson takes their team forward, gets another good loose ball and pushed over in the background. The referee saw that. So a penalty the way of the Hunter Western Hornets. Advantage was played. But Dylan Thompson earns his team another penalty. So Connor Edwards takes a tap and takes his team forward. So a good roll down the middle here for the Hunter Western Hornets. It's a dive over. Referee was on the spot, called the player offside, so a try will be awarded. Alex Langbridge. So didn't have the best of starts, but gets one back for his team, so he'll be happy with that. Obviously, the opportunity to have a breather is all he needed to regain his composure, and demonstrates why he is one of the most dangerous players in the men's opens competition in Australia at the moment. Working well with his brother here. So 2-1 the score. Scorpions leading the Hunter Western Hornets. Marshall King gets touched there. So now the Hornets off their own line. Referee finds a no touch. Scorpions on the attack, long ball, knocked down that time. Marshall King looking for the long ball. So another set of 6. Here he is again, Jordan Marshall King goes for the line. Just went for the body check there, the player, he thought he was offside, tried to get through the line, didn't want to touch him on the way through. Body check made. Is in dummy half. Not square on that occasion, so a loss of possession goes the way of the Sydney Scorpions. Hunter Western Hornets with the ball coming off their line. Langbridge again with the ball, taking the team forward. A little bit clunky, the Hunter Western Hornets. They're usually right on song with those subsets, really not making the space that they're used to. But now Thompson and Little back in the middle in the attacking zone. These two guys are dangerous. There's Thompson into half again. Comes to go left, goes right. Penalty for the offside play there. So a full set of 6 on the line. Gets the ball off the ground. Looks at the return ball back inside. Doesn't come off that time. Ball goes to ground. So the Scorpions now on the attack. Once again, I do apologise. The numbering here is out of order. It's a little bit hard to see these players and identify them from sight. So hopefully we can get another scorecard with the correct numbers on it so I can identify more of the players for you. As you see, the Hunter Western Hornets sweeping onto the field. This is better. It's a better subset play from the Hunter Western Hornets on that occasion. Langbridge from half gets a long ball out to the winger, dives in the corner. Wait to see what the referee signal. Touch has been called by the defensive player, but the referee on the spot said not in time. So another try, this time for the Hunter Western Hornets. We're all tied up 2 apiece here in the opening men's opens game for the 2020 Inferno National Touch League. Again, the conditions are slippery. Plenty of rain around Coffs Harbour. Also humid here today, so the conditions not very favourable, but both teams doing their best. Fairly evenly matched at this stage. Scorpions looking wide early. That was good speed. The referee, again, right on the spot, said he got away from the touch. So another try this time to the Scorpions. And they retake the lead. 3-2 after leading 2-0. So some nice play from the Scorps there. They are finding their mark on the left-hand side with those wide balls. Obviously concentrating their attack down the middle, just trying to turn the Hunter Western Hornets defenders inside out in the conditions, which is a move that's paying off for them. The Hornets not able to recover in time on that switch of play again. As they go on the attack, Little and Thompson around the middle. Little gets the ball away. There's Thompson with the ball in hand now. He'll go to half. Quick dish off the ground. Little with a long ball out to the left-hand side. Jesse Jenkins, the young fella from the Hornets, not able to get outside his man on that occasion. So back to the middle we go. Thompson in half again. Little the man off his shoulder. There's a long ball from Thompson. Flick back inside. But no support player there in time. So the Scorpions go on the attack off their line, looking to spread the ball wide early, get across to their box for the interchange players to come onto the field. So there's 3 touches, and here they come out of the sub-box in numbers, straight into attacking positions. See the blonde head of Jordan Marshall-King in the middle. There is one off the ruck, a penalty. So that's a strong penalty for the Scorpions, well into the attacking zone for the team in the green, blue and white. Jordan Marshall-King with the ball. Recently named in the men's Australian Opens team in that Trans-Tasman. He is at half, gets the ball off the ground. He's a man to watch in that Scorpions outfit. There's a turn, ball back inside, knocked down by Dylan Thompson, so another set of 6 for the Scorpions. Luke Osborne in the middle as well there with Marshall-King. Just lost the handle there. Looked for the quick pass, but didn't have control, so he held it back. Good idea. Didn't want to rush the play there. Here's the last touch in this set. Goes from half. Gets the ball back inside. Finds a support player who was down low. Lincoln Little was there, but not quick enough to get the touch. So the Scorpions go out again by 2. They now lead 4-2 over the Hunter Western Hornets. So the nice pass back onto the inside from the acting half. Finds the support. Goes out to that 4-2 lead now as the Hunter Western Hornets are back on the attack. Daniel Langbridge just claps his hands there, wasn't happy. Just hanging around the ruck. There's Alex, goes across from half. The touch was affected. Daniel trailing on the inside, wanted the pass but couldn't get it away. And then a penalty for not returning the ball back to the mark. So the Scorps on the attack again from their own territory, but they're already just up to the halfway line now. So reasonable field position here. A bit slow, they need to get that ball down the field. Here's the last touch. Little flick pass, nice skills in the conditions, ball out wide. It was knocked down, but the referee said no control in the pass. Looked to be going forward anyway, so it could have been a penalty against the Scorpions. So lucky just to have the ball ruled as a drop pass on that occasion. Nice meters from Alex Langbridge as he got away from the first defender. Promoted the ball up the field. There's Thompson just taking it down, slowing the play down a little bit. Hitting Little again with that byplay in the middle. Yeah, there's a hard touch and a penalty. So this is a great opportunity for the Hornets to get one back. A full set of 6. Their main players, Thompson and Little, around the middle of the field. Mitchell Wilton in there as well. Little looking to come back inside. Thompson with the ball now. Atkins gets the ball down quickly but loses control in the roll ball. So that roll ball goes through the ruck and a loss of possession. So a wasted opportunity on that occasion for the Hunter Western Hornets, but the Scorpions turn it over. The referee says they were offside, so no damage done to the Scorpions. Lucky penalty there. Must have been only millimetres in that penalty. But now the referees find an infringement around the roll ball. So it gets turned over. The referee just calling out his counterpart here. Looks to have a little bit of a chat. He must have seen something in that play the ball. Not quite sure what it was. But he wants to check with the on-field referee at the time. So a penalty to the Hunter Western Hornets and a forced substitution on one of the Scorpions players. So now Daniel Langbridge with the ball in hand, and penalty for the Scorpions defenders not coming forward. So referee Kim Skelly there just letting the defenders know they have to come forward off the line. Another infringement. May see one of them taken off the field. Good wraparound play there. No damage to the scoreline. Dylan Thompson with the ball in hand. Atkins gets the ball off the ground to Thompson, back inside, went for the flick on, but didn't have control, then lost possession. So again, in these conditions, those types of play are low percentage plays. Transitioning from deep as we hear the halftime siren go in the background. So the Sydney Scorpions lead the Hunter Western Hornets 4-2 here at halftime in the opening men's opens fixture for the Inferno National Touch League for 2020.
That is halftime.
Second half will come to you shortly.
First round of games. Second half action coming up to you in a little under 5 minutes' time. If you have just arrived at the venue and are looking for something to do, head down to our activation zone where we have a Just a Mattress where you can lay down, test out a mattress. Head down to the Indomie Noodles, Inspire Sports. We've also got Line Break, Scrunch & Co and Inferno with some excellent deals. Head down just in front of the stadium in our activation zone. 90 seconds, players and referees. 90 seconds. Thirty seconds, players and referees. 30
So
seconds.
we're back live here at
Please
CX
take the field.
Coffs Harbour International Sports Stadium. The men's opens match between the Sydney Scorpions and the Hunter Western Hornets. The Sydney Scorpions leading 4 tries to 2. A lot of their tries have come from very little, just moving the ball down the middle of the field, looking to spread it wide. That's come off for them. A couple of times across from acting half. The conditions here
Players
are wet and
and
slippery on
referees
field
ready.
1. So the Hunter Western Hornets here with it all to do in the second half. They've come back from the 2-try deficit earlier on in the match. Scorpions are leading 2-0 at one stage. So they have demonstrated they can do it. Let's see what they can do as they tap off and take us down the middle of the field. Edwards there working for his team, comes in, takes the first couple of settles. There's Thompson, ball knocked down by the Scorps defender, so 6 more in good attacking position. They've had a few opportunities previously, the Hornets, and haven't been able to capitalise. Let's see what they can do this time. There's Little with the ball, Moffat into half, gets a quick ball off the ground, back to Little. Nothing doing. Moffat again, Little with the ball in hand. Dylan Thompson in the number 12 lurking close to the ruck. Here comes a lot. No, goes short. Knocked down. Scorpion defenders aren't happy with that call. So the Hornets with another set of 6. 7 metres out from the line. Play the ball. There's Thompson. Back to Little. Quick ball off the ground. Little with the ball now. Looks to goes left. Comes back right. No holes in the Scorpions' defence. So this play around the middle, not really working for them. Thompson gets one away, but Moffat puts the ball down. So now the Scorpions onto the attack at pace. Pass out the back. Defender comes in off the wing to make that touch. Jesse Jenkins working hard off his wing. So here we go now. Scorpions on the attack at the halfway line. Jordan Marshall-King with the ball in hand, gets it out to the left. There's a quick pass and good hands out to the winger. The referee finds a touch, goes back to the mark. Must have been a touch just on the tap on. Quick hands from the Scorpions. Look good. The referee found the infringement. It's now the Hornets on the attack up to the halfway line, just tripping over his own feet there as he looked to slow the play down. 2 Langbridge brothers coming on now. Here they are. Daniel takes it down. Alex goes from half. Gets the ball back. Long inside. Goes to ground, but the referee found an offside player in that transition play. So again, another scoring opportunity here for the Hornets. Daniel Langbridge just bringing the defenders up off the line. Trying to look for a penalty there for his team, doesn't get it. Dive over attempted. Good defence from the Scorpions. Haven't been many weaknesses in the Scorpions' defensive line. Good communication out there, you can see them all talking. Plenty of urgency in that defence. And a no call, no touch call then. Great honesty from the Scorpions defender who was right there, but just didn't get the touch and made the right call. So that's one back for the Hunter Western Hornets. The score now 4-3, the Sydney Scorpions. So no real set plays demonstrated from either team here from these tap-offs. We have the sweeper coming around now, change of direction, ball back inside, but the defence was right up to the task there. The trailer looking to sweep wide and then stepping back to the inside, but the Hornets defenders had maintained their position and were there in numbers. So this is a better subset play. Thompson, good change of speed, gets the ball into the middle of the field. Plenty of men sweeping into position here. Little again. So these two are back together, Little and Thompson in the middle of the field. Joined by Matthew Atkins in the number 14. But a loss. Changeover. It's a nice play here from the Scorps. Third touch on the halfway line over at their sub. So plenty of men in position here. Two remaining in this set, well into the attacking zone. Here's the last touch. Dummy half goes, finds a man in space for a try. That came from nowhere. The inside support player just drew the man in. A little cutout pass just finds a man in space. So a good try there for the Scorpions to extend out once again by two. As we see on replay. Quick transition to the ground from the Scorps there. So well done. They're out to 5-3 now. Again, my apologies. The numbering of the Scorpions is not as it's reflected on my score sheet. It is hard to identify the players from my position. So without those numbers, it's a little bit difficult to let you know who they are. Hopefully we'll be able to rectify that. If not for this game, for later on in the tournament. See the Hornets lose possession there on that changeover play. Ooh, lucky there. He looked up right at the right moment to get possession. So some pressure defence here from the Hunter Western Hornets. Scorpions only just making it up to the halfway line. This is the last touch. Mad scramble going on. Ball goes to ground. So here on the halfway line now, Hunter Western Hornets will get the changeover, come to their box straight away to get these fresh legs onto the field. And as they do, here's Thompson, Little, Atkins, Kaya Adita. Apologies, Jared Rodema there with the ball in hand. Strong players on the field at the moment here in the middle. There's Little with the ball. Rodemar goes into half. Thompson takes the ball into the line, gets it out to the winger. And that's a changeover. So not much doing there. Defence shooting up, but space found from the Scorps. Atkins had to work hard to get across. So that was good field position gained by the Scorpions there. The rushing up of the Hornets defenders didn't work in their favour on that occasion. Left a few holes that were exploited by the Scorpions, so I'll need to watch that in future. They're down by two, the Hornets. So there's a nice flick ball back inside, but intercept taken. Little won't have the legs. The Scorpions defenders come in number in cover, but a nice transition to Thompson. Brings the ball to his sub-box. He'll recompose here for the Hunter Western Hornets. So that's a good transition there on that intercept from Little. Alex Langbridge goes for the dive over again. The link defender comes in and shuts it down. Langbridge was in the air. The touch affected just in time. So a nice play there from Alex. But great defence from the Scorpions, protecting that two-try lead they hold at the moment. Looks for that long ball out to the winger. can't get a handle on that one. The ball goes to ground. So they're throwing everything at this Scorpions defence, trying to get those 2 tries back. It was a nice pass by Langbridge, but unfortunately not finding the mark. Referee orders the roll ball. Up to the halfway line, right over to the sub-box, a nice wide pass. Here comes the fresh legs for the Scorpions players, but the defensive line of the Hornets are up in their face, just shutting it down. This is the last touch. There's the transition. Let's see what they can do. They've got numbers here if they can move the ball forward. That's all they need to do. Just take the space. You hear lots of talk out there from both defence and attack as we see the numbers sweep onto the field here for the Hornets. Daniel Langbridge, Dylan Thompson. Langbridge goes for the dive over. The touch affected. Both defenders claiming the touch there. Up off their line, making the touch. Thompson, ball in hand, goes across, he's quick. Little show and go, gets the ball back inside, but intercept taken. So the Scorpions save the day once again. Thompson, ever dangerous from the half position. And there's, don't know what was going on there. The defence just shot up. Acting half could have been touched, but threw a little dummy, got away with it. Now a good transition here for the Scorpions, but he's isolated. Langbridge with a big diving touch. Isolated and lets the Hornets defence recover there. There's the conditions coming into play. That was an easy pass to catch, a little bit slippery out there. We had lots of rain this morning already. Thompson finds Langbridge back on the inside, the extra metres. There's Alex Langbridge now with the ball in hand. Atkins with the ball. Lincoln Little just off to his left. He has the ball now. There's Langbridge sweeping around, gets the ball away. Dive over this time, referee on the spot. That was a quick transition. Good speed from Langbridge on the sweep. And he straightens up and finds a hole that small hole that was left in the Scorpions' defensive line. See the replay. Not much doing it, change of speed. Yeah, you can see Langbridge into space, the dive over, a little hop. The ball was down just before the touch was affected. 5 for the Hornets. Now the Scorpions lead. And Western Hornets back within 1. Over 5 minutes to go by my calculations. I don't have a clock on, but so it's just a little over 5 as we see the Scorps look for the wide ball. Some damage done as the play went to ground there. It looks to be okay. Back to his feet. So no damage done. He looks to be okay. He'll go off. The referee's allowing the substitution to take place. In that play, they will maintain possession. Nice little run around. Tap on pass, Colours, and then Toner penalised for not returning the ball to the mark. A silly play there from the Scorpions. Just advances the Hunter Western Hornets up the field by 10 metres on that play. Little with a little dummy. Makes the extra metres, and then holds it up. So the second phase as we see now. The Hornets sweeping on in numbers. Langbridge taking control, slowing the play down, just drawing these defenders up off the line. Comes a sweeper play. Edwards coming around the back. Earns his team a penalty. Scorpions getting a bit eager there. No tap had been affected. The referee just telling him to come back to the line. No damage done. Just a change of speed again. Thompson gets the out pass. Nothing doing for the Hornets. So Thompson, the danger man, with the ball in hand now. Both men running good lines there in support. Unfortunately, the ball going behind both of them. And now we see the referee coming back. Finds a forward pass there. So referee King Skelly offers the mark. Western Hornets take the tap. They're down by 1. About 10 metres out from the Scorpions line. Dylan Thompson, ball in hand. Lincoln Little's on the field again now. So they're the two danger men working well together. Little from half. Goes wide. Just the conditions coming into play again. Lost control of that ball. Tried to catch it and change direction at the same time. Lost control. The Scorpions maintain that lead. 5-4. Again, a little juggle in the Scorpions this time. So the wet ball really starting to come into play here late in this match. It's been pretty good in the conditions. Jordan Marshall-King caught from half. So change over now. Good transition here for the Hornets. They got the ball back into play quickly. Thompson takes his team up the field. That's the only way he knows, but change of possession once again. Referee will call off the mark there. So overstepping the mark against the Hunter Western Hornets on that transition play. Thought they'd made some good momentum, but the referee found one of the play the balls was off the mark. Marshall-King coming into the half position. Quick ball off the ground, finds the numbers, but the defence comes across in cover. Scorpions player goes to ground. No malice in that play, it was just a collision. Pretty tough to pull up in these wet, slippery conditions. So we see the Scorps take the ball out wide, good cover again. The winger coming in, shutting that one down. Jerry in there, caught in position. As Marshall-King touched again out wide. Good distance away from the Hornets substitution box. They'll look to bring this ball wide. Lucky there. I thought he just lost possession, but the referee calls a penalty. Not sure what that one was for, unless it was an offside earlier on in the play. A bit disjointed in attack here, the Hunter Western Hornets. They'll regroup now. Matthew Atkins with the ball, takes us forward. Short ball. Shooting defence comes in to knock it down. And a forward pass. Pulled back by the referee. So another let off for the Scorpions defence. Can't be long to go in this match, just a matter of minutes. The Scorpions protecting the 1-try lead. Marshall-King just running down the clock there. He's a old head at this game, plenty of experience. He knows protecting that 1-try lead. Doesn't want to give the Hornets any opportunities. Take as much time as he can. There's a changeover right on the halfway line, and again, Scorpions delaying, bringing the ball back. Lucky not to be penalised there. There's the second touch. Alex Langbridge at half. Daniel Langbridge with the ball in hand now. Lincoln Little also there with the ball. So these are danger men here. Daniel Langbridge goes across from half, can't score, gets the ball back inside numbers. The referee has called the touch. You can hear the crowd here, the referee signalling the 5th touch. The crowd saying it's only the 4th. So 6 more there. Langbridge goes across from half, gets over the line again. The referee called play on. The Scorpions had to knock that ball down. Liga Little will take the tap. Little goes for the dive over. The referee was right there, says the touch was made. That's the 2nd touch here. Hunter Western Hornets down by 1. They must score if they want to equalise. Can only be seconds left in this match. There's Langbridge sweeping around. He'll go for the dive. No, gets the ball away. The referee was right there. Calls the touch. The defender coming in from the link position, shutting it down. 2 touches remaining here for the Hunter Western Hornets. Seconds left in the match. Little gets the ball down. Collision in the half. The defender interferes. This will be the final play of the match. Little goes off his right, gets a long ball into space. Can't find the mark, so the Scorpions take this match 5 tries to 4. The opening game here in the 2020 Inferno National Touch League. The men's open. Sydney Scorpions 5 defeat the Hunter Western Hornets 4. The second match will come to you in just over 5 minutes' time. We look forward to bringing you that match when the CQ Bulls take on the North Queensland Tropical Cyclones.
90 seconds, players and referees. 90 seconds.